Hello and welcome to another edition of Local Yokel. And this was on Thursday, May 2nd, and I'm on the east side of Detroit, specifically at 4925 Cadju Road. And this house will be featured in the show, this greenhouse. It's not for vegetables and plants or nothing, but it's a greenhouse for sure. All right, just south of Warren, and there's a function at the Junction. They even have healthy, wholesome, sustainable, I think it was. Here's their, quick look at the menu there, but it's a drinks by design, and it looks like they've already been drinking. But I'm here on the right day, May 2nd, and this is a dog-friendly event, so that's really neat. But this event's all about design, and they have a different feature every month, and here it's going to be filmmakers and photography. And it's the young whippersnapper crowd, the 20, 30-somethings, the entrepreneurial type people. So I'm going to walk around and get the lay of the land. Here's some photography, so they had that up on the screen. Here's your DJ. Oh, I like this lighting board, or however you call it. It's kind of got that rainbow thing going, but yeah, this is color control. And then if you look here, I'm pointing at it, it says full gamut. And it's hard to get that in focus. I thought that was just kind of a figure of speech, but yeah, they got the full gamut over here. But yeah, this was a studio. You got to buy tickets if you want to drink. You don't have to, but they have some specialty ones here. Here's Jolly Rancher, Pineapple Cooler, but I like this one, Creative Currents. I like creative stuff, creative people, and it's blue, not just your ordinary blue, it's Honolulu blue. All right, there again, there's the greenhouse. We're going to keep an eye on it. But there's different rooms and studios that are rented out. So this one is an artist, and it was an open house. So you could walk from room to room, talk to the entrepreneurs, the artists. This was a common area. They have a guide here in the kitchen, so you got to follow. There's probably some rules. There's that Honolulu blue thing. Yeah, it's dog friendly, and yeah, a lot of people to meet and greet kind of thing. It's one of those kind of LinkedIn type kind of events where you're supposed to connect with other people, and that's all part of it. This was like a mezzanine overlooking. Look at the sofa here. I like these round cushions and the color, that orange, nice color. They have good lighting. Here, East Warren Public Market, so I'm going to have to get out more and check this out, because I did speak with the entrepreneur here, and he says it's opening soon. Here's some things that are happening East Warren, so this is like urban planning. That's right up my wheelhouse. And then look, how does corridor development happen? Oh, there's a site selection, research, site investigation. Oh my God, there are so many things involved. That's why it helps to have other people that can kind of help and guide you. And this Design Detroit type thing, they have a lot of good people that can help you out. So if you thought you might want to own your own business, here, look at the design guide. And this is a nicely put together, even got a quote from the mayor. I can't go through every page, so we'll flip it from the back and kind of catch a few of the things they have here. But this would be a good start. Look, you could ask questions and stuff, and people will give you answers and guide you and steer you and direct you. All number of kind of designs, even space design. Wowie kazowie. And then they have stickers, too, and these are free. Sometimes you have to pay for stickers, but I like this. This is like steps And then this, I've already put these up on my kitchen wall. Creative Currents. I like this one. It's on a Post-it note kind of thing, but it looks good in the kitchen. And art is everywhere, including the entry desk. And I like this light. And I shouldn't have done this, but my evil twin just wanted to see, yep, the light bulbs work. Okay, I'll turn it back off. Classic piece there. Very nice. They have old school stuff, so this was even before my time, the switchboard thing. Although I was there where you had a party line, and sometimes you had to wait for other people to get off the line before you could use the phone. But I don't think they had a switchboard. I don't know how far back that goes. Look at some of the nice, the cameras they got here. Wow. So they did a lot of work, I guess, for the big three. Car shoots, video type stuff. Look at this. So they had some pictures from back in the day and some of the old, look at this thing. It should probably be in Greenfield Village, but I would imagine a lot of that stuff works still, or you could get it to work. And look at this thing. This is a TIAC SL, but yeah, this is kind of fun. Everything progresses. Now with technology, though, everything progresses like every 6 months or like every year. Look at the iPhones. Although they can't get an iPhone that will work as an alarm clock, apparently. So there's a few bugs there. Now, in different rooms, they had different films set up. And so there was a whole list, but they didn't have the schedule, so you didn't know exactly who was playing at which time kind of thing. Plus, they have to put the sound up on it, but that's kind of some funky stuff above the door. Yeah, I think they got the sound to work, but this is the main studio, the Kaju stage. And so they got some fancy equipment. Oh, here's the DJ too. I like the lighting thing back there because it was great for silhouettes. And it was a fun space. It was good for people watching, and especially if you're in that sweet spot, like the young whippersnapper sweet spot, like the millennials, generation Y and Z, and then the next one's gonna be A1 or AI, right? But no, it's all ages were welcome. I'm a boomer, and I think I was welcome, but who knows? They got a barber's chair. This is on the second level. They got a pool room. This is be a great space just to hang out. But doing an interview.
LA is my second home. I lived and worked there for 7 or 8 years.
There's looking down at the stage space, but yeah. Hey, I recognize this guy. Where have I seen him before? Look at some of the lighting, the wallpaper. I think I've seen this guy too. Maybe, Beverly Hills Cop? Something like that. Yeah, I like the artwork. And then on the lower level, I don't know if you had to pay for this or if it was just complimentary because you were at the event, but they had a nice photography type place. And this building, it's like Art Deco type style, but very elegant, well done, and I've never noticed it over there before, but I don't get out on the east side as much as I should. Look at the bike lane here. So I'm going to do a little urban planning myself, or just noting different things that were done in this neighborhood, because I'm curious. I don't get out here enough. The bike lane marked in green, so that's as it goes off Kaju. Here's a tunnel of trees. There's some solid neighborhoods. This is known as the East English Village neighborhood. I'm not sure all the boundaries. There's probably a few other neighborhoods. I like the stonework here, and I would have stepped inside just to check it out, but it wasn't open. East English Village Bar and Grill. And then they shared a parking or a park space in between. Look what they did with Faygo Red Pop here. This youngster's taking a sip out of the can. But they had a nice little green space, I guess, for kids. There's a land yacht. This guy needs to be put behind bars. That's my evil twin. And he's always up to no good. Thankfully, me, myself, and I can sometimes hold back that nasty character. But yeah, look at the crowd down there. So I'm going to swing around. First, though, the Holy Moly Donuts. Choose from over 30 toppings. I'd be like somebody trying, well, yeah, I'll try a little of each one of those. But can you imagine what your donut would look like after that? Here, I haven't been there. That's a jazz place. It looks like an upscale restaurant, that will have the music thing. I should have taken a look at the menu, but they also have a nice mural. Give credit to the Gilbert family. If you're quick with your phone, you can scan that, but geez, I think I'm going to have to get a QR code. People can't type in a website anymore. They got to do it with their phone. Look how the sun is perfectly in the middle there of the Ambassador Bridge. They must have just got that just right somehow. But yeah, a nice mural of the skyline. And then they got barbecue. It's legendary over there. And now this place looked familiar, and I'll tell you why. But that's, if you need a propeller work, it's because there's a high school back here. Now, you know what Detroit could do? This is just a suggestion. But people like to do the drifting type thing. And I remember when I was a kid, oh yeah, my evil twin, well, he's going WTF right now. But when I was younger, I would be doing donuts. That's what we called them back then, donuts. And I was hell on wheels with the doing the donuts. Put up a big cloud of dust, and kids still like doing that. So we should have a drifting rink, a couple of them like bull rings, and then set up stands. Anyways, I knew this was familiar out here because this is the high school, East English Village. It's I don't think it's a charter school. I think it's a public school, but it's been redone, and I think we'll see a sign. My evil twin, look how tall he is. He could play basketball. Damn. I wish I had. It's a 5'5". I'd like to be like 5'10" or something, but that's hereditary. You can't make that call. I'm not going to walk around on stilts, but that's one of my shortcomings, I guess, pun intended. There's the function at the Junction, way down yonder. I'm going to head back that way. I kind of did a little, well, not really a loop, but yeah, so I think this was Finney High School, and then they redid it or renamed it Doctor Who. That was like my favorite rock band was The Who, but that's a different thing. So that's a movie coming out. Okay, bus shelter, D-Dot. You got a little platform right there. Here's that greenhouse again. Oh, yeah, and they got a nice porch. I think they're still doing some work on it. And again, back to the function. Well, just showing the entrance. There, urban planning, everything has a place, a piece of the puzzle. So this is like a nursing home, senior care type thing. They got good lighting here. I like that design. Good design is timeless. That's why this group is fascinating, because they're all about good design, creativity, artistry. Architecture, urban planning. They're just trying to create a better city. Art is truth, ain't that the truth? All right, here's all the different activations pointing which direction. So I did one loop around the block, but I'm going to have another go around. Now the people watching aspect of it is the fun part here too. All right, so featured photographers, so they had like a continuous loop. Then my evil twin's like, oh, look at the pretty buttons, green, yellow, red. I wonder what this one does. Yeah. You got to keep that guy under lock and key. Yeah, that's the curvature kind of thing, but it doesn't make like there's horizon. I don't. And look at the silhouettes, and I think you can rent the room or set up the space. However, I think we'll have a contact person, and you can find out about that. So we're in stage A. You got to watch your step. Oh, in the hallway too, some old pictures. Ask the man who owns one. Wonder what women think about that. That sounds a little sexist, but that was back in the day. But yeah, look at the adaptations with the studio for doing stuff. And so, yeah, this looks like a late 40s, 50s kind of thing. This one must have off-site, but they do test cars how they do in freezing temperatures and the like. But yeah. Oh, I could have gone step by step, but back to upstairs and then look at the lighting here. And I says, oh, let's see if the light switch worked. I shouldn't have done it, but I got a thing with the lights. So I turned this on, but it was getting dark anyways. Look at that. That's top notch. And a nice staircase here. Well done. So here's a studio. And these are all like entrepreneurs doing their thing in the D. And it's fun seeing people doing stuff and being successful, and you wouldn't ordinarily think of it to be happening in Detroit. But au contraire, Detroit is actually pretty damn hip, and people that have been around know that Detroit has some good creative talent in any number of areas. We've been underappreciated, and a lot of that is our own doing. We underappreciate ourselves, but don't get me started. I was trying to catch the gas prices. I think it was $3.59 at that station. They got places all around. Oh, there it is again, the greenhouse. You see it everywhere. Every time I look out the window, there it is. This place is available. So it's a small space, but you could set up your artist studio. Yep, there it is. Looks great. And this thing's kind of like a greenhouse too, the food place. And if I had more time, I would have talked with some more people because everybody has a story. Dog-friendly event, just chilling. Let's turn the world upside down and see what happens. Well, maybe not. If we let Donald Trump do it, I'm afraid to see what happens. We'll have a dictatorship. That'll set me to drinking, but these guys might come in handy. Detroit City Distillery. Straight bourbon. Yeah, it could be worse. If Trump gets in, holy cow, the wheels are going to fall off, if I can use that metaphor. But they got the studio down there, and lighting is paramount. And so they got the umbrella to kind of reflect the lighting and have the soft tones and everything. But, yeah, this is professionally done. Oh, it was such a cool building. I wanted to, I'm taking my second trip around the block, but I really didn't want to miss anything in this thing because it's like an open house and you just see how people do stuff, And here's looking from up to the, where they had interviews. So, and they have ladders. I'm seeing a whole bunch of ladders now, but Yeah, you could do some kind of production if you want. Oh, and then I had a little glitch. So I'm just for about 30 seconds. You know when you put the camera and you think it's off, but it's really on, and so you have just nonsense video. So just for 30 seconds. But diversity, I think it's a great thing because if everybody was the same old, things would be pretty boring. So it's nice when you're around like creative people that think outside the box and do different things. And then you bounce ideas off different people and stuff. Yeah, that's what makes the world go round. And we don't need to turn it upside down, but yeah, look at the silhouette type things here. So there was a photographer, and yeah, people were the lighting is paramount. So, all right, here's one of the artists. That's what we like to see. A little dancing, and that to me is like art in motion. And so, yeah, art is everywhere. Do not set anything down on this. I was tempted just to see what would happen, but they have a name for all that she was doing that dance thing. Pretty crazy. All right, yeah, they got one of those Hollywood-style clipboards. So here, Bob, he's really chowing on that cheeseburger there. Got, like, bulging cheeks there. That's the original double-deck cheeseburger. Yeah, he must have been hungry. Yeah, and I would imagine during the course of the week or whatever, you could set up something here. This is probably the person you need to speak with if you want to rent a stage or talk to one of those photographers and get some professional photographs. Yeah, I'll remember this building now. Cadieux, just south of Warren. I'm going to continue down Cadieux because I parked my Everett down the way. But look, some of these homes need some help. So that's urban planning too. And across the way, they have, I presume, apartments. Some of the street names, Munich, that's interesting. So there might be some Germans that might. Well, Cincinnati, actually, I'll be there for next week's show. I parked next to a Corvette. But here we go. I knew this was in the hood, so I parked in the Cadieux Cafe. And then here, we're going to watch feather bowling. And this, you got like these caliper type things that they'll measure this. But yeah, it's a singles tournament. I caught them at a great time. It's like next week, this coming Thursday, will be their singles finals. Look at this thing. Those things roll all around. They call them like boules or whatever in Belgian, or Flemish, I think is the language. This is like the country of Belgium, but they look like cheese rolls kind of thing, but they lazily wander around like they're half drunk and then flop down. But Yeah, each player has 6 of these cheese rolls thing, and they're color coded. Now they have the Belgian beers. They import all this stuff from the old country. But yeah, look at this. It's kind of fun. The idea is to get closest to the feather.
Oh man, he would.
Oh, and they have video cameras up top that record everything. So even if the players wanted to cheat, it's going to be on video. Plus, as a backup, I got video too. Okay, and this is like bocce ball, very similar to like what the Italians do, and well, they play bocce ball all over the world. But feather bowling, we're going to see a thing. This is the only place, I guess, in North America. We'll see if that's true. We'll look at the board. Okay, the feather, it's a pigeon feather, but it's just so small. But I'll get back to explaining the game a little bit. They had some advertising on the outside, so they got a back 40, an outdoor lot, serving the community for over 40 years. It's probably even America's only feather bowling. So not North America, but, well, I don't know. Just say they're not too common. You'd have to probably go to Belgium to find it. So they got like a stage set up, and it looks like they could have some band performances, some music. Here are the game rules. Oh, there's house rules. First one is no high-heeled shoes, so be aware of that. There's other, here's the game rules. You start with 6 balls. That we're seeing these singles tournaments, so each player gets 6. You do the coin flip. You try to get closest to the feather, and then the scoring is important. It's based on how many balls. Yeah, and then I went through this kind of quick, but you play up to 10. And so that you should familiarize yourself with all the rules before you start playing, so there's no conflict. And it's not, women are welcome. She's a past champion, Feather Weathers. So no digging, running, building sand castles, or digging for gold. Wow. People have done that before? Brussels is the capital of Belgium, and so they have 2, I don't know if you'd call them courts or lanes set up. I mean, this reminds you a little bit like bowling, but it's kind of like bocce ball. It's kind of a little bit like horseshoes. Here's the scoring thing. So there's the red and the yellow here, and whoever scores what the last round goes first. Throws 6 balls, and you don't alternate. You throw all 6 of them. Once it hits the backboard, it's out of play. It can't bounce back and do something. So, yeah, that's out of play. And these guys are good. See how they wave it back and forth? It's like... There's the feather right there. Kind of like calipers or a compass, but it's his measuring stick. And he's the referee. Each game will have, at least in the tournament rounds, will have a referee. So keeping an eye on things, and you got to abide by what he decides. All right. Well, he's measuring this out, and this was a good round for the yellow. The closest to the feather, and then the red one has to, whatever's closest, and you get more points. Look at, yeah, I think he got 4 points for that one. So, yeah, if your opponents, you could get You could score 6, actually, if your opponent can't get one closer to any of yours. So that would be a maximum. But you just kind of got to watch it. I'm not explaining it all that good, but here you can see the measuring.
Wow-wee.
Okay, 2 for the red guy. And, yeah, what is it? I would imagine Joe Schmo and Jane Doe could just have a fun game of doing this. But these guys are playing strategy and all that, and they're actually good. Somehow I got lucky and timed this right. Right now, the red would have 4 points because I don't even see a yellow one nearby, but he'll have something to say. But, yeah, the finals will be on Thursday, May 9th of 2024. Here's a closer look at the...
1 yellow.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and it can lay right on top of the feather, too. That's where the referee is going to point. Okay, time to measure here. It's got a little nail type thing at the end, too. I didn't notice that at first. Ooh, it's 9-8. Look how they go from side to side and use the roll there. Yeah, I figured while I'm here, I'm going to check this out. So I got 2 functions at the Junction in one evening. This was perfect. I've been out here before. Thankfully, they didn't mind me videotaping them, which was great because the game's over. The guy with the yellow cheese rolls wins, and so yeah, first to 10, and so the yellow did it. But then yeah, they take them out, and you're ready for the next game. And they got some artwork. Yeah, it's set up nice. They got viewing galleries. You can drink and watch. It's kind of, in a way, like bowling, but it's feather bowling. It's a different version. Combination of bowling and bocce ball and horseshoes kind of thing, but you kind of get the idea. This is another game. They have doubles, and I don't know if they have mixed leagues and all that. Yeah, it's a pigeon feather, and I guess they come from Selfridge. They get some pigeons that hit planes or something. I don't know how that works, but they have no shortage of pigeon feathers. Okay, so we lost it. Okay, first one there got three points there. They like their lions. Oh, jeez. I know it's a family, or supposed to be a family show, and oh, crap. They should know better. I should have said it's a little late now, but this show is for mature audiences only. Look at all the lions. A lion, and we're all Lions fans. Anyways, I ran out of tape. Probably just as well, too. They went from a nice show to off the rails in just like a split second. All right, so here's the next thing that was going on. All right. Press play. Yeah, that was the time to get your popcorn or a beer from the fridge or whatnot, but I got up early on Saturday morning. It was the first Saturday in May. And I'm going to go on a road trip. First time that I'm taking the Maverick on a road trip. Going across the Ohio River here. The hotel on the left. It reminds me of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'm in Florence, y'all. Love that water tower. But yeah, I'm heading towards Louisville, and they said chance of rain. And here we go. Cats and dogs. The wipers worked, which was great. All right, now entering the city. We'll get a closer look at the Galt House. That's like historic place. But first, we're gonna look. I'm right down by the river, and there's plenty of nice bridges. I think there's 4 actually. And yeah, just wanted to check this out. So this, I think, is the rail bridge. And there's one area where there's like rapids or whatnot. So I think what's down yonder? Something's moving. Trying to sneak up on me, but you're not going to pull that one on me. Yeah, check this out. Some barge action. Yeah, see, they got a canal entrance. Yeah, they got a lock type thing. So I'm not sure how all that works. Well, it's like a tugboat pushing all these barges, and they're all kind of like hooked up. And you're hoping that they're hooked up pretty good and nothing goes astray, because then, as the expression goes, all hell would break loose. These things would be floating all over the river. But he's pushing upstream. And then you got those little propeller things on the top. Looks like there's 2 people in there doing the operating. We don't have AI for that, but just you wait. We'll have robots doing everything. Yeah, this is super duper long. Now with these things, yeah, I'm worried about any piers or bridge supports or posts. Yikes, we had that accident in Baltimore, so hopefully the captain up in the deck there or whatever is keeping an eye on that, right? Whew. All right, well, I'm going to go for, here's a little history. Bloody Monday. There was another one, I think, in Memphis. So that was the prior one. But here we go. It's the first Saturday in May. So, yeah, that's nothing other than the Derby. And the special one it is, number 150. So, how do you pronounce that? For unusual novelties. And at first I'm going, well, that's a bat, but we'll see. Louisville's known with the bats. So this probably goes with Halloween and scary type stuff and zombies. Sure. All of that. So you can get it here at this place. And skulls, too. You can get your skulls. But, okay, This is like cool. Muhammad Ali too is from Louisville. Spent his later years in Michigan, but they got the fleur-de-lis here. Very nice. Here's some of the neighborhoods. I'm right where the Star is, but I'm on Main Street, historic Main Street, and I'm going to walk through the hood here a little bit because the Derby doesn't start till like almost 7 p.m., but you don't want to be there almost you want to be at least there 15 minutes beforehand. Here's the where they make the Louisville Slugger, and this is probably the largest Louisville Slugger in the whole wide world. Look how tall that is. How do they even put that on a lathe and spin that? So museum and factory. So I don't know if they have tours and all that. I probably should have stepped inside to see how that all worked out. But yeah, a lot of people are going to be getting up from probably a fun Friday night, and then they're thinking about getting dressed up and heading to the Derby. And it's all the first race is at 10:30. So I'll show the clock here in a little bit. But yeah, it's still early, relatively speaking, for Derby goers. They like their bourbon here. And I learned a little bit about the making of bourbon. They got good water here. We'll see a sign. But here, this place is incorporated. Carter Dry Goods. But I think it's repurposed now. And now it's the Kentucky Science Center. A bicycle group. Main Street is a one-way street, so it makes it nice, wide. Plenty of traffic. You got parking on both sides. It's nice. Look at the lighting inside here. It says, yeah, I like this when you got different lampshades. The guy saw me videotaping and said, yeah, come on inside. Oh, I already forgot the name. It's kind of like, yeah, a devil that's tempting you with I think Randy is what they said. I don't know if that's Greek mythology or what. But yeah, don't eat the apple. We know what happened from way back in the day. That didn't turn out too well. So yeah, the temptation's there for sure, but stay away. But they have an art exhibit in this place, and who knew? I thought it was just an well, not just, but a bar restaurant. But oh no, they got all sorts of stuff. And look at this. This is a menorah. But upon closer inspection, you see the bullets and stuff. And yeah, a lot of people are dying right now in Gaza. And probably more to come yet until they pulverize the whole thing and then rebuild or whatever. Oh, what a mess. All right, hats are the thing. Bourbon, whiskey, just doing a little gift shop type thing. But yeah, this we believe. So a neat museum, and it was free. So they have like messages, political. Here we go. What are the costs and consequences of allegiance? This we believe explores the power and evolution of belief systems, religious, political, economic, and how adherence to and rejection of these ideologies has, and it goes on. Oh, and then not to be outdone, here's a mosque done up in bullets too. And yeah, there's a lot of fighting, all based on your religion, and you've got the right religion, of course. So you fight to the death. And here we are in the 21st century, and oh crap, you'd think we'd be beyond this, but we're not. We're still going over, and Putin's no better with Ukraine. What's that all about? But oh yeah, you're not. Oh crap. That was nudity again, but people don't. Yeah. Oh jeez. That's a disclaimer I should put out there more prominently. This is for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. All right, so here's some more history here. On the Ohio River. So a nice little park. here a walk of fame for bats. So he's got, well, it had the model number there, but here's another one, Johnny Mize. He's got bat model H117. The bats were just laying around town. All right, we're gonna check the time here. And I'm going, it's not 9:15, it's 10:15. So no, and this is not Central Time. This is Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So EDT right now is what we're on. And so it's the Eastern Time Zone, same as Michigan. So 10:16, I verified here with the phone. There's the Ohio River. They got that canal or the lock somewhere through there. So yeah, their clock is, I'm even going to check time.is and accurate time. But yeah, I'm a stickler for accurate time. I don't know why I make such a big deal about it, but I think if it shows at least if you're serious about things, if you have good time. All right, here's a past mayor. They have pickleball courts, and was that Muhammad Ali? They got murals through here, but they kept the facade, the front facade, and it's all propped up, maybe waiting for future development, or they'll keep it as a park space. That was storefront 619. Here was storefront 617. And it went on, but I love these historic downtowns, and Louisville's got a tight little downtown. There's Muhammad Ali for sure. And nice street lighting. Downtown, there he is, nice poster. So right on Main Street, this is what I'm walking. I'm seeing a lot of stuff, so I'm going to stay on here. 538 and 540, so there's two addresses in this building. And I love when they put the name up top. Just look at the detail. Nowadays, if you had all that stuff done, they'd say, yeah, that's nice, but you're going to have to pay extra for that. And people would say, well, just put me up like some kind of like a version of a cube or a rectangle kind of thing, and just square angles, and yeah, that's the cheapest. But good art is beautiful all the time. It's timeless, and it's like, yeah, if you do it right. Oh, you can get around. They got those scooters here, too. Humana is, I think, a healthcare firm, so they got a nice building there. Oh, a fountain. Just walking around because I don't want to get to the racetrack quite yet. And this is interesting, but here's their most famous of all, like, hotels. And I love, they're not balconies actually, but the nice pattern on the outside. Now watch your step. Wanted to make it to dry land, but this building, I think at nighttime that all lights up, and it's really a nice dome kind of thing, like crystal chandelier type thing. Yeah, that rain was coming down earlier in the morning in buckets, and I was afraid that we stand divided, we fall. Well, Joe Biden is trying to unite us. Guess who's trying to divide us? Red states versus blue states. You know, he's going to go on a retribution tour. Anybody that stood in his way will be persecuted, prosecuted, whatever. And yeah, that's what he wants to do. Dictatorship. He rules. Yeah, no, we have to get back to our roots and be the United States of America. Holy crap, all this divisiveness. Look at the pattern here. I really like it. First, I thought it was like balconies, but only balconies on the end. One suggestion I would say, and it would seem kind of obvious, if it's your premier hotel, it's due for a paint job. It would make it pop. Guess those are two little dining areas or like bars up. Oh, watch that pier. Oh, I can hardly stand to look. But that's Covington across the way. And they got good time there. That's Kentucky. Oh, do I get that? Or gonna have to check again. Indiana is right around there too. Wait a second. Well, I'm in Kentucky. That's Indiana. That's Indiana, north of the river. Yes. All right. Mother Nature, and then the ducklings. Yeah, and they got steamboat action. I think Jeffersonville. I'm getting my states somehow because I just came from Cincinnati. But no, that's Jeffersonville, Indiana, across the way. And in a past trip, it's a nice city, and you can walk across these bridges. Now, it's a floodplain, too, so it's pretty close to the sidewalk. And, in fact, they don't even have a guardrail or nothing. That would be a suggestion I would have, because it would be easy just to fall into the river kind of thing. But steamboat era, 8 U.S. presidents arrived on this wharf or levee. So, yeah, they got to allow for the rise and fall of the river. So, yeah, they have steep banks. Okay, be quick with your phone. Boom. Didn't really get it in focus either, but yeah, no guardrail here. And it's kind of, water has been up. It's a little muddy to get up top. Now, this is a restaurant area, and they have entertainment down by the water. And a couple years ago, oh, look at the duck tracks. A couple years ago, a band was performing Friday night right down by the river, and it really sounded great. An outdoor concert. Looking under the bridge, there's some artistry there. And then they piled things up. And then I was wondering what this building was, but I think it was... Look, and that's like, I think, multi-story for the bees. Bees colonate there. Or it might have an emergency alarm system, I don't know. But look at the piers, the stilts up here to allow for flooding. And I think it's at normal level. Cars will be launched, so don't park here. I don't know how they launch them, but okay. So 2 feet, 3 feet. So right now it's probably at its normal level, 2 feet above normal stage. 11, 15, look at. Damn, look at. And then the flood of 1937, yikes. It was 32 feet, yikes. Yeah. Well, you got to be concerned with what Mother Nature does and account for these things. Okay, there's 2 bridges down yonder. One, I think, is just a pedestrian bridge. 3, and that one at the very far end is the rail bridge. But there's one for pedestrians only, I do believe, and it's lit up at night. So Joe's Nose Crabs. And this building, I thought maybe it was a police station, and then I think it's some kind of like art museum or something. All right, Mint Julep Experiences. That looks like Abe. And then, well, we're in Louisville, so there'll be horse racing themes that will abound. They got a balcony there. It looks like some people getting ready for the Derby. Little curly cue. I'm coming up on the top of the hour, so I got a few more minutes. And so this is the local yokel. But I'll have my next show will be the Derby show. East Main Street. So yeah, I'm doing a little walking. This they have a cow in the windmill, and they got ice cream. Look at this curly cue. Oh yeah, I love these things. Oh, kids nowadays. Where's the police when you need them? You know what I'm saying? They got horses all over that are decorated up. And then there's something with the jockeys holding that triangular type ring. And I'm not sure if it's supposed to hold something or what exactly. I'm going to have to ask somebody on all that. I don't know if this is a Mary Kay car. But I was just taking a look at some of the businesses. Check out the urban planning. And I saw, oh, guitar. Okay. Might be some live music. So I said, I'm going to take a walk across the street here and get a closer look. But yeah, Stevie Ray's live music. Oh yeah. And Stevie Ray's in the blues kind of thing. And the proprietor saw me and said, yeah, you want me to turn the light on? I said, yeah, sure. Let's see what it looks like lit up. So I'm waiting. I was timing them out here, but waiting. I was wondering if it was on or not. There we go. It'll look better at nighttime. Well, I talked to the owner. He said he was going to be opening later at night. Had a blues for sure, live music. I said, yeah, maybe I'll be back. And that's exactly what I did. I love the blues. So I said, hey, that's the spot. So he told me where to park for free, because that's the ticket also. And, yeah. So, but that will be next week's show, or on Motor Capital. So watch the other show. All right. Can you guess what's going on here? Well, if you said bike rack, you would be correct. But it does have the ballet type theme going with it too. But yeah, bike rack. Kid you not. All right, little curvature on this building. I like that. Good architecture. Some lighting. So what we got going here? Louisville Slugger Field. And we'll check a little of the vegetation, because we don't have all these plants and trees necessarily in Michigan. So when it's different, I'll take a peek. But yeah, they have, and I don't know if it's AAA. I'm thinking it is AAA team, but I'll have to check. But minor league baseball is a good brand of baseball, and the ticket prices are cheaper than the big leagues. And you can sign in with a sticker. Louisville Bats is the name of the team, which is great. And I wonder, they probably have bats too, because they have like limestone caves and all that. So I think the bats are there. So it might be bats and make baseball bats. Both of those might be prominent here. So many things I could do some research on. Folks, so it's getting near the top of the hour, but thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day or weekend, whatever the case may be. And good night.